What's up, everyone? Today I want to talk about this Millionaire Move show. Not boxing topic today, so don't expect a lot of attention on it, but let's talk about it. It's cryptocurrency. It's where Bitcoin's at, my little experiences, because I'm an investor as well, little big experiences with crypto. It's crazy. So CNBC put this video out 3 weeks ago. Keep in mind, Bitcoin was at about 30 grand. Right now, as I'm recording this video, it's at $36,803. Let's go.
Dollars of assets in this world that are behind what I'll call like the institutional gateway. So when you talk to like family offices which have huge flexibility, 100% are in some way in cryptocurrency. But any of these other institutional funds, they can't touch this stuff unless it's an ETF or some other kind of regulatory bless.
Okay, also that goes to talk about it, regular people right now, most people don't want to even go into a Bitcoin. So what they do is they look at what is known as an altcoin. I don't know everything. I'm not a financial advisor. But yes, I have Dogecoin, there's Ethereum, and what happened was my introduction to my first crypto was back in the day. I'm in Europe. I just want to tell you guys, I would have been a multi-millionaire at this point because I wanted to put a lot into Dogecoin. I was on Robinhood in about 2017, I want to be accurate, 18. And I wanted to buy a lot of it because it was so cheap. It was way under a penny. But anyway, fast forward, Robinhood made it available, and when it was available, I bought Dogecoin. Why did I buy Dogecoin? One of the reasons I bought Dogecoin was because it was massive cheap. Another was it was a meme, it was funny, and I wasn't spending a lot of money on it. It was under a penny, and I could buy a whole lot of it, hundreds of thousands of it, and be like, oh, look what I got. I own all of this of something. And then one day, Dogecoin exploded, and I screamed. My wife thought I had a heart attack in another room. I'll get into that in a minute. Let's continue.
The activity. So yeah, I think that was just a taste of what is coming.
But in terms of that flow, because, and I'm a supporter, so I completely agree with what you're saying, but is there also that risk that you get, the ARK kind of fund flow, that you get this initial huge surge, all of this retail money coming in, and then perhaps events might cause people to liquidate, and then it doesn't necessarily, people shouldn't be expecting high and to the right, is the point that I'm making.
I think that's a fair statement. The one thing about cryptocurrency, which is different than actual gold, right? When the price of gold goes up, you can actually mine more gold.
Hold on, let me just say, right now, in my opinion, like Bitcoin, I'll talk to somebody and first of all, they think you're a scammer when you're talking about Bitcoin. I'm like, well, I'm not a scammer. I got lucky off my Dogecoin story and whatever. I had another channel, I was talking about it and it went boom, because I got lucky. I know nothing about anything, really. As a lot of these so-called crypto experts, they make predictions all over the place. Nobody knows jack. What we do know is it's worth right now, again, I'm looking at StockTwits ticker. Yeah, Bitcoin, $36,815 right now, today, November 13th, 2023. To me, I'm holding it because I know I'm not going to go try. I've saw Bitcoin machines before, very rare, but they're like an ATM. But as a matter of fact, I was up at CNBC Studios and I checked it out in person. But anyway, I'm not going to go buy a pair of sneakers, Asics or Adidas today with it or whatever, because it's just, for me, it's an asset that I'm holding, hoping it really goes through the roof. And when it goes through the roof, some of the altcoins like Dogecoin go up. Let's continue.
When the price of Bitcoin goes up, you can't really mine more Bitcoin. The issuance rate is set, and at some point it will stop. And so I think we might discover that pricing in Bitcoin is more inelastic than other types of sort of inflation or restricted supply hedge type of activities. So it could return to its status as a remarkably volatile asset, and especially if people are buying it as a hedge against political uncertainty. We seem to have loads of geopolitical uncertainty going around at the moment.
Well, yeah, the world changes, the coins will change. Bitcoin seemingly drives everything, which is really, honestly, for me, it's really weird. I always say to my friends, a lot of them, when I made a lot of money off Dogecoin really fast. It's seemingly fast, more than any stocks or ETFs or safe, what I call safe. You go to bed, beautiful stocks. We could get into that another day when we're on this topic. But I would never advise, hey, go buy this, go buy that. What I did was when Dogecoin was under a penny, I went and bought my friend some. I told the wifey buy a bunch. because it was money we could afford to lose. Just what I call pizza money, play money. At the time, it was under a penny, before everyone started talking about it. And then One night, I'm not even playing, one night, I looked at my Dogecoin go up like, I think it was like, I don't remember the exact number, it was like 20 grand in like one night. When it started collecting the steam, when Elon Musk really started going crazy with it, and it went over a penny, it was over, like it would jump to like 8 cents or something. It was crazy. And then it just went up and up. And people thought in my circle, you know, friends and stuff, I was some type of financial guru or something. Oh, why didn't you tell me? I bought my friend some. He made several $1,000s. I bought it for, dude, it was so cheap. I bought my friend Dogecoin. I think it was like, I don't remember, on PayPal. I bought it for him, surprised him with it. I said, buy this. I gave him the money. I said, buy this now on your Robinhood. But here's the money. I sent him the money through PayPal. Anyway, long story short, I bought him the Dogecoin. And he wasn't aware of anything about it. All of a sudden, he had several $1,000s. This is the best gift I ever gave him for Christmas. Because it was right before it went skyrocketing that spring, 2020, to the moon. It went up. It went almost to it went to 70 something cents, I think, at the peak. But yeah, he sold some, paid off some, whatever he did. It's his business. But anyway, so people started looking at me like I'm some financial guru or something, and I'm not. I'm like, I know not. All I do is, what I do know is, it's a practice and discipline is to save money. Where I talked about it before, where your neighbor, my neighbor, they're flexing with leased cars in and out, different Mercedes. I got another neighbor, brand new BMW, while he's driving a hoopty. I kid you not, this is a true story. I can't make this stuff up. I had a neighbor, loved the dude, mad cool. At the time this was all going on, just experience. My man had an old, like 1999 Toyota. It was, the paint was peeling off everything, but he had a brand new BMW in his driveway. I'm not hating on anybody. Look, it just was weird. He would go out once a weekend with it. It was like he bought this new car. Maybe he leased it, I don't know, to show off for his neighbors, to impress people. But he's driving the Toyota everywhere. Makes no sense. I don't do that. I bought a very safe 2019 car. It was low mileage, like brand new. Had it delivered to the house from Carvana. And I'm so happy to say, ETFs, Robinhood accounts between the wife and I. We got, you know, we saved all my YouTube money over the years. I don't know what percentage, but it's like 75% saved. So if you're hating on me, over 100 million, hundreds of thousands of views, all saved, all invested. So the mindset is like, yo, I'm poor. I grew up not so rich and all that good stuff. So I don't want to go back to that moment where I was literally, I had my dad, and when he retired good, thankfully, but at one time we were poor. He's taping out my sneaker. I'm going to school with a duct tape sneaker. That hurts to be poor. I know what it feels like. Don't like it. Different levels of poverty. I get it. But for me, for my reality, what occurs, it was the worst. So let's continue. I know I'm rushing my experiences out all over the place, but I'm pumped up. I'm excited because cryptocurrency is volatile. With this guy saying it'll go back to being volatile, it's volatile. It's $36,000 today, where Dogecoin is probably like 7 cents and change. It could go back to 25,000 in 3 months, halving and all that. That's another story. But I don't know. But the risk for me is none, because it's all gains. It's money I can afford to lose that we have in Bitcoin. You get what I'm saying? So it started off with party money Dogecoin, got crazy highs, kept thousands and thousands, but I sold a good amount, put some in a bank, rolled some over, all into Bitcoin. So it's all my Bitcoin. Most of it is just straight up money I can afford to lose, and I won't miss it. It would suck, but I watched it go up. I watched it go down. Let's continue.
Absolutely. And there's going to be a fair amount of political uncertainty next year with all the elections lined up around the world. But where does that leave the story about cryptocurrency adoption, right? Digital currency adoption that we were talking about. We were talking about at the peak of the pandemic.
So that one is a harder one to peg, because if you look at the people who are buying Bitcoin,
I'm serious.
They are buying it as an asset. They're not buying it as like a payment tool. And if you look at people who are buying Ethereum, they are buying it as a computing platform for business transactions and DeFi services, and really as a mechanism for transacting with stable coins. I think for payments, one thing that's been proven very well is we're going to stick with fiat currencies, stable coins, and of course now we're inching towards this era potentially of central bank digital currencies.
Right.
So yeah, the adoption of Bitcoin becoming more and more mainstream, it will drive it up. People like Kathy Wood, the last one of her predictions is she's big with financials, and it's been right about Tesla. she thought it would be like 1 million Bitcoin in a few years. Some people say 10 years. Some of these so-called experts. Listen, I've seen these experts make wrong decisions all the time. In my humble opinion, nobody knows jack. I'm going to say it. Shit. They don't know anything. It's all guessing. They don't know where Bitcoin's going to be. It's like me. I was like, yo, Dogecoin is going to go up because I had a feeling that Elon Musk was into it, and it just was funny. It was a meme, and I had a feeling because he was tweeting it out and stuff like that. But that's not why I originally bought it. I originally bought it because it was so low on Robinhood. It was the lowest you could buy. One of the low. It had a cool name, and I was like, let me get this. But then I saw what Elon Musk was doing it with it, and I was like, wow, this is cool. So am I discrediting myself? Yeah, I'm not going to act like I'm some scamming financial guru with making up BS and I knew this, I knew that. What I did know was it was going to get popular, but it was pure luck. It was just a decision I made where I got lucky. And there was some people that held on to all of it. They watched unrealized gains, it's called. They watched their $350,000 or whatever, some $20,000, which is a lot of money to some people. And it is a lot of money. And then they watched it go down. They held all of it. They didn't even rotate. They didn't pull some out, even at 20 cents. Get a clue. When it's that when Dogecoin went from 70 something cents and it just fell apart and went down to 20 cents and under. I mean, hey, I kept a lot because I do genuinely like it. I like the community, and I still have it. But all this, definitely, I'm not just talking out my arse here. I have receipts, I made another channel. I didn't put my face on it, but I did show some of the successes, but I didn't show all of it because I had one, it was popping over $50,000 gains plus or whatever it was at the time. And then I had more. I had more in another account. I had, when you're married, you have two, you like more powerful. So anyway, really good times with this stuff, but I don't know. I would love to believe Bitcoin is going to go over 500K in the next 6-7 years. I would be delighted. It would be so dope. I don't know that, but I'm betting that it will. Now keep in mind, for me, it's like an asset. I have money into it that I didn't necessarily, it was from gains already that I got lucky on. You understand what I'm saying? So I would never say, put your money to this, put your money to that, especially with crypto. I would say go to Fidelity or some financial institution, sit down with someone that is a financial advisor and get a portfolio going. A lot of these YouTubers that are putting out videos, that ain't gonna last forever. I would say if you're doing that or you're self-employed, like I told some of my good friends, one works for Uber, another one works anyway, he teaches driving. I'm like, listen, this is what you got to do because you're a self-employed individual. You got to get some type of SEP IRA or some type of solo 401k because you're not going to have a retirement. So you got to create these opportunities for yourself for the future, and you got to really look at money differently. Without saying any names, I know some people that are doing well. They don't have what I have, I'm not, trying to make a weird flex or anything, but some people are doing far worse than me, unfortunately, and that includes some family members, and they got better phones than me. They got the latest iPhone. Yo, listen, I even recorded a short film on this. I got a basic 2020 iPhone with cracks in it right now. I know people, I know someone in particular, they're kind of just not doing really well. And they got a better iPhone than me. They got a better technology than me with a lot of things that's just like iPhones and stuff. The latest in this, the latest in that. And here I am like, I am saving money. I'm investing in my future. I have Tesla, Apple. I have great ETF. I have VU. I have this. I have that. It makes me feel better. Yeah, they drive better cars than me. It's crazy. I met a dude. Real talk before I get off here. It's mind-boggling to me. I met a dude, and this guy joked about my car. I said, okay, because he got a much better car. And then he tells me that he took his life savings and put it into the car, that he doesn't have the car loan, because I bought my car straight out. I don't have a car loan. And I'm like, well, that's good that you don't have a car note on it, but it's a used nice car. It's a very, very nice, it's not a BMW or a Mercedes, it's I'm trying to remember, it's one of those brand new, like a 2020 Honda or something. This dude took his life savings and paid it off. Okay, he's like 35 years old, but still, you took your life savings, my dude, and you put it into this car, and you told me that. You're like, yo, it's really nice, it's red, it's cool, it's got rims, fire, but I'm like, yo, that's, that's not how you build wealth, my man. And he's like, what do you mean? And then he started asking me questions about how to save, or what do you do? I go, listen, this is what you should go immediately to a financial advisor right away. And you gotta rethink the way you're spending this cash. Anyway, millionaire moves. You gotta start thinking like that. We're not athletes. We're not Tyson Fury. We're not Mike Tyson, where we have millions and millions and millions of dollars, where, they could go broke, but they could rebuild it. Thank goodness Tyson did that, Mike Tyson. But a lot of people, they don't have much money or whatever. And some people are making a good wage. They're making like 80 grand a year, and they have a spouse that's making maybe 50, and they're still flexing, and they're struggling living check to check because they're living beyond their means, which is insane. Yo, put me honestly in a shoebox. Put me, I just want to be comfortable. If I, you know what I mean? When I say that, I don't mean it literally, but I'm saying I'd rather live way below my means. I'd rather have a new pair of Levi's or whatever kind of jeans I want to have for that year. I'd rather have a one pair as opposed to being broke. If that makes any sense, I would go out. I'd rather, yeah, sure, I would like a Mercedes. Yeah, sure, I can go out and not even feel it and probably buy one brand new. Real talk. Buy a brand new Mercedes, roll it off the floor. It depreciates in value right away. So I don't think I have any business buying that Mercedes. Why? To sit in my driveway? People that I don't even know, really. I knew that one neighbor. He's gone. He moved, unfortunately. But I'm not trying to show off and flex for anybody, I love traveling the world. I get to do that, I'm about to take a flight to Europe for the second time this year. I'm gonna see Italy and all these places in Europe during the holiday season. I mean, for me, that's amazing. And when I do that, that's budgeted. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to do any of these things if I didn't invest and didn't think about finances, and I was sitting here with a Mercedes and a BMW, my driver, or the Jaguar that we almost bought one day, and then we woke up. We were like, why are we gonna buy this a couple of years back? Why are we gonna do this? We can invest this money. And then don't even get me started. That'll be another video with you can earn money off your money, high, APY, high interest accounts. It's great opportunities out there. If you save money, you can literally make money on your money, which I am doing. I'm sleeping and making money. So, it's a great feeling, and it takes a lot of discipline and work, but it's your boy. I'm going to be out until the next one. I'll probably make another one right after this about boxing. It's crazy what's going on in boxing. Anyway, I'll be back.